All right guys, I'm going to show you 4 drills I want you to do to work on your running technique and biomechanics. Each drill you're going to just do for 5 seconds, and you're going to cycle through these just during a run. Probably not like a really hilly trail run. This is maybe on your road run or on a flat trail. Gravel is great. It provides a little bit more feedback. It's a little bit softer. So if you can find a gravel path like the Platte River, Dry Creek, anything like that, I want you to head out and incorporate these drills within your run. So first one is called no bounce, and this is to prevent vertical displacement. So vertical displacement basically just means up and down motion. When we run, we want to push our energy straight ahead where we want to go. We don't want to be bouncing too much. So sometimes you'll see runners, and this is what you don't want to do. They're kind of like running right here. You can see my head bobbing up and down. We don't want that, okay? Well, A, we're wasting energy going up and down versus forward, and B, it's a lot more impact on our joints. So this drill kind of over-exaggerates the principle. I'm going to think or imagine there's a ceiling above my head, and I'm going to try to just flow forward. So it's going to look kind of silly, but I'm going to try to run without bouncing at all. Now, I'm not saying you should be running like this. Again, this is an over-exaggeration, but I'm just going to kind of flow forward without bouncing. Okay? So as you can see, it's not natural, okay? I'm kind of keeping my knees a little more bent, but it just kind of gives those cues and reminds my body that I don't want to have a lot of upward motion. Second drill is called kickback. So a lot of times you hear that runners have weak glutes or runners have knee pain. A lot of that, again, is attributed to weak glutes. It all ties back to the glutes and those back end muscle groups, our glutes and our hamstrings. So we need to work on our back end mechanics, meaning that we need to learn how to fire up those glutes and hamstrings, activate those so that they're functioning and doing their job when we're running. So this drill, again, is an over-exaggeration. If you guys have ever done the butt kick drill, it's kind of like that, except we're really going to be pushing through the ground. So when I'm running through this drill for the 5 seconds, I'm going to be like pawing the ground and kicking dirt back behind me. All right, so if you're doing this right, if you're running with a friend, they're not going to want to be behind you because you may be kicking dirt back at them. And you really need to push through the ball of your foot and down into the ground as you kick back. And as you kick back, you're engaging your hamstrings and your glutes. All right, so I'm going to run away from you and towards you and demonstrate this. Arms are natural. I want to keep my body upright. A lot of times in this drill, people pitch forward. All right, here I go. Stay upright, and I'm really kicking that dirt back, activating those hamstrings. Next drill, high knees. So with trail running, we have obstacles like rocks and roots in the way. We got to pick up our feet and our knees a little bit higher, all right? So that means I need a flexion, higher flexion on my knee and higher flexion on my foot. So when I run, I'm going to do 5 seconds of high knee and foot flexion. All right, so it looks like this. Go away from you, towards you, chest up high. And as you can see, I'm really pulling those toes up. A lot of times I'll catch my runners dropping their toes down. That's when you trip, that's when you fall, that's when injury occurs because you're hitting those obstacles in the path. All right guys, last drill is called quiet. So again, this is a drill to prevent impact on the ground. When we trail run, we want light, quick footwork. So again, gravel roads, gravel trails or paths provide really great feedback because we can hear our foot strike. And that can tell us, okay, if I'm hearing every step, imagine how much that pounding is going up through the chain, through my feet and ankles, to my knees, to my hips, to my back. So this drill, as I run, I'm going to think about listening to the sounds of nature around me, the wind in the trees, the birds, and I don't want to hear my footsteps overriding those other sounds. So as I run, I'm just going to focus on keeping my feet under my body, floating down, softly landing, picking up my feet right when they hit the ground. All right, so I can hear a little bit, but not too bad. So that's just something you can do. I mean, really this drill, the quiet drill, you can incorporate that into any run. It's just being more aware of that light and quick footwork and reducing the impact on our joints. All right guys, that's it for now. Enjoy these drills and expect some more videos coming soon.